Good morning, guests and colleagues. On behalf of our DG and Directorate, I would like to welcome you all to the 5th Pharmaceutical Care Conference under the slogan of Empowering and Evolving Pharmacy Practice. This conference is a part of our continuing professional education programs. It is built on the achievement of the previous activity held by our department as a part of our endeavors in developing pharmacy professionals. This year, the event will be served as a regional forum in innovation in pharmacy practice, and it will be provided a valuable opportunity for exchanging concepts in different fields of practice. The first session, Pharmacy Leadership, will be chaired by Professor Saleh Bawazir. He has achieved many milestones in his illustrious career. He is advisor of Executive President in Saudi FDA, Professor of Clinical Pharmacy in King Saud University of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Professor Bawazir worked as advisor to Minister of Health, the Executive Health Minister in GCC, Riyadh. He has more than 100 publications and presentations, scientific meetings, and journals. Please welcome Professor Saleh Bawazir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, salatu salam rasulullah. Good morning, everybody. Let me thank the organizing committee, Dr. Nusayba, and her colleagues, Dr. Sarah, and I'm glad to be with you this morning, and we would have a very interesting session on the pharmacy and the leadership, and would share with you some thoughts on the pharmacy vision and the leadership. And this is a topic which is very important. What I will try to take you through this morning is about the vision, the leadership, and the relationships between vision and the leaderships, where our strengths start, and the forces of change and the future practice. And this is something you need to look very carefully. That life and every life needs purpose, which can give us the energies of its mind and of its heart. This is something what we call the vision. And the vision starts with a story. And that story said, once upon a time, there was a king. He has a beautiful daughter, princess, a son, crown prince. And he went one day hunting, as the kings usually do. Take a couple of his soldiers with him. They went to the forests, and suddenly there is a group of gangs attacked them. How would you imagine how this story will finish? So each one of them, of you now, he would start thinking about an imagination of what will happen. Some said the king, his soldiers, son and daughter will run away. Some would say, well, the gangs will kidnap the daughter and run away. And some said the king, his son, and soldier, they will fight to protect them. These are just imaginaries. But imagine that the gangs actually managed to kidnap the daughter and they ran away. The king gets sad. How he get his daughter back? He asked his son, soldiers, we must save the princess. And then the son go back to the palaces, get armies and people to fight, and then he just got searching for this beautiful princess, his sister. And in his way to try to save his sisters, he get across to the beautiful village. And during this village, they have beautiful sceneries. And he, to his imagination, he met a very beautiful ladies. They are tired. Ask them, why you don't just have a sit with us here and enjoy the time, and then you can have much time to save your sister. He did that. The crown prince fell in love with the beautiful ladies, and they decided that maybe he got married. He spent a couple of days, weeks, and after that, oh, I think I forgot about my sister. Now, do you think the crown prince, he have a vision when he went searching for his sister? He went back to his kings with his beautiful lady. I got married, Dad. Dad asked him, where is your sister? I didn't send you to get married. I sent you to save your daughter. And then said, well, I think I lost my vision. It's that way that when you don't have a clear vision, you lose your purpose. And if you look to this picture, and somebody asks, what do you see in this picture? Clouds? Mountains? Can you see behind? When you have vision, we would like you to see what's getting behind this clouds. If you have a vision, you would see a very beautiful scenery, see rivers, mountains. And there is something else also you can see in the picture. You see something small in the middle? That's your cruise ship. That's your vision. Which way are you heading? Left or right? Can you tell from the picture which way we are going? Yes, you can. We are heading into the left. There is signs to tell you which way direction you need to go. And there's something you can capture in the pictures. So these are things which you must have in order to have a vision. You must look to the details where things can take you. And you have a vision if it's come from your heart. You only can make the vision. Nobody can make it for you. And we alone can make the statements. And it's radical and compelling. That's something drive you through. So this is something important. If you look to the qualities of visions, how really you come in. The vision have a purpose of defining things. It's provide you with image of what future holds. It will tell you in the next 10 years what you expect. In the 20 years, what we count. It would explain to you how can we move from here to there. And the vision will inspire you. And this is a fundamental issue. It's provide motivation of action. It connects to the inner core of values. Should provide stretch, which is achievable. It links back past stories of success. And with inspirations, it aligns. It aligns with the context of future work. It informs particular actions, and it guides strategies and goal of settings. Because if you don't have vision, you cannot have strategy. And it connects teams. It just brings everybody together to see what they want to move. People in Oman, they look to their vision and they would see what we want to achieve in the pharmacy practice. They have to answer that questions. So this is something important. And if you connect the vision with the leadership, what the leaderships mean? It means influence. It's mean activities. It's the way we model change that we think make things move. And this is something you have to be proud of. If you look into the leadership definitions, it's a process of influencing among leaders and followers who intend real change that reflects their mutual purpose. What do you see as the characteristics of the leaderships? You could see the first principle. They are visionary. You cannot be a leader without a vision. And they are knowledgeable, and they are creative. So look, vision, knowledge, creativity. It's like patency. Something you have to create, something you have to learn, and something you have to build on. And the leaderships and the vision, you must conceive the vision, you have to write down the vision, and you have to convert it into action plan, and you have to implement the vision. These are fundamentals. What do you think in these pictures connected those leaders? Those people are very successful in the history because each one of those, he have a vision. And if you look to the history of those individual peoples, and what they're making very successful people because they have very clear vision of what they want to achieve. Late King Abdulaziz, he have very clear vision. He said, I would like to unify the kingdom under one rule. That's his own vision, and he did everything. Sultan Qaboos, very clear vision. I want Oman to be one of the best countries in the world, and I want to modernize Oman. Very clear vision. He worked on that. Look for Nelson Mandela, Mahathir Mohamad, Gandhi. All those people were very successful because they have defined their vision very carefully and straight. And not only that, they make everybody in their nations believe on that vision. So this is the reason why it became very successful. Now, if you look to the vision and the relationship with the leaderships, this is very, very fundamental and connected. The leadership in pharmacy and the vision are the two tightly connected concepts. If you separate them, we will lose. We cannot have directions. What's the point of a leadership if it's not directed toward some envisaged socially desirable changes we would like to see in our profession. People don't care how much you know until you let them know how much you care. So if you're really caring, then the people they start listening to you. And from the caring comes great enthusiasm and commitment, which leads to the wonderful feedback loop and self-initiations, because you feel that you are giving something, and the people, they think that they are getting something from you. Our vision of type of activities we would like to do as a pharmacist, what scope of services we're supposed to do. The leader in pharmacy practice and education have emphasized that pharmacy would become a health profession that ensure the integrity of drug therapy. We're fairly lucky that people in the early 60s, they start realizing this vision. At first, we focus on the quality of medicinal products themselves. We concentrated into the product. Now, we have reform, progressive area, and in the industries, all the issue regarding the quality of medicine have moved to the industry and the responsibility of the government to ensure quality, safety, and efficacy of product in the market. Today's pharmacy visionary have set their sights on the quality use of medicine. This vision is built on the fact that the less than optimal use of medicine is a major public health problem. Is it for Oman? Is it for Saudi Arabia? It's everywhere. And the leadership is needed to close the immense gap between our vision and how most pharmacists practice their profession. So we have to look how can really moving people from technical to real visionary work, the public demand. We derive our strengths from the hospital accreditation required that medication use process must be observed by pharmacists. The laws say that. So this is something strength to push us forward. And also we derive our strength from growing demand of physicians to include pharmacists in their teams, because they want feedback from us. They want our knowledge and our skills in the issues. And we derive our strengths from the protecting the society from the harmful effects of medicine. We're assuring the intended therapeutics outcomes for giving patients are achieved in a safe, effective, and cost-effective manner. The pharmaceutical care concept that was introduced. And we develop, procure, and effectively manage the nation's drug supply. And we ensure that the new knowledge is applied to the patient care. So these are things we drive it. The strengths did not just happen. They resulted from visionary leadership in practice and education and good research and communication about the value that pharmacists bring to healthcare. And we have to unify our vision in this direction. We cannot, in the academia, people in the practice, and people in other ways, work at different directions. We working for the same vision. This is just something to show you a list of what is drivers we have. And I put the slide because of the first point. It's because of the professional leadership. This is the key points that you need to look for. There is other things with driver, but if you don't have a professional leadership in your country that will lead the change of practice, the other things won't happen. What's influenced you in the past will continue influencing in the future. These slides, they came from the United States. But the whole point, we have the same issue, the same factors, the same issues in doing. So what you see in this would happen, we will still having the same issue for changing our future. Put them here again to look at them, how they can use them. People and innovations, how fast the innovations will see the faster piece of change. Today's era, we see a lot of inventions. And as much as they're quick, you could see people are different, how they are quickly picking up how this would impact in their practice or their life. Some people will take it earlier, some people will wait for a while, and here came the visionary. You are not visionary if we took 10 years to understand the impact of the automation in pharmacy. If you see it happen in other countries, say, no, it will not happen in our countries. It will. Today's the world, if you see something happening in the West, it will sound in the East in a couple of years. So if you have visionary people, you could see very easily from the past of the West to the future of the East. So this is something you need to look for. This is, again, the one we see pharmacy is headings. How much time you allocated for dispensing, how much time you allocated for clinical patient management. It's very clear. We are going more towards patient management because the automation, the technician, and everything will take all the dispensing issues. And you look to the statistics, you see the differences when between 2001, 2010, this is the American statistics, just show you how people are moving towards more patient-oriented clinical outcomes and patient services. What is influencing future pharmacy in the United States? It will influence it in the GCC. We have the same issues. We have the complex biologics. We have the big data start coming now from insurance database companies and from the information system. We have the technology, personalized medicine, nanomedicine, all these issues. If you don't have a visionary people, they would see how these fit that we can utilize in order to improve our future and see our future, then there is a problem. So look for your futures. What we see is that pharmacists will be an essential member of every healthcare team. You have to understand that. You have to prepare your student, you have to prepare your colleagues, and you have to work for that because